Alrighty, what is up you guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a self cut on myself. We're going to start with a mid skin fade, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim a little bit of this bulk on the top. Just doing a little spin around so you guys can see what we're working with today. And let's get right into it. Gonna go ahead and start brushing down the hair. Just gonna lay it in its natural position, and we can go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing I like to do is hold a mirror in my hand. This helps me to see where I'm cutting and if the cut itself is even. This is just the easiest way for me to do it. As you can see, I'm starting about the temple area, and I'm gonna work my way around, not going straight but kind of coming out at a slanted angle. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat that same process on the other side. This is definitely one of the most important parts of the cut. I like to make sure I do take my time on this part just so I can ensure that this first guideline is completely even all the way around. If you kind of mess up on this side and it's not even, it doesn't connect right, the whole haircut itself is just going to look off. With my wall wireless trimmers, I'm going to go ahead and just clean up all the extra hair that's left underneath the guideline. Since I am doing a skin fade, I'm grabbing my Bronze Series 9 foil trimmers, and I'm going to clean up everything under that main guideline that was left from the wall trimmers that I used previously. I do try to leave a little bit of hair underneath that guideline, as I'm going to use my wall 5-star clippers right here. Going to close the lever a little bit under the half mark, and I like to leave a little bit of hair just because it kind of leaves a nice little fade effect and helps me to blend out this next guideline just a little bit easier. Now I'm not looking to go too high on this fade, so I'm going to make sure that this guideline is not more than maybe half an inch, as you can see all the way around. So these trimmers here, I've probably used them in every single video. I really do like to use them when I'm blending out this first guideline. Next, I do have the wall wireless trimmers, and I'm just going to go ahead and clean up everything underneath there, making sure that I can't see a line. But no worries if it is still there. Throughout the haircut, I will definitely make sure that I am using a different trimmer to pretty much erase that line. That way it's not noticeable. I'm only using the corner of the blade. That way I can ensure that I'm not pushing up too high, and I'm not going to accidentally create a line in the process, another line in the process. I would definitely have to say that this part right here is very tedious, and it is a little more work, but it's definitely worth it in the end if you want to make sure that the blend looks really nice. You guys did see that I showed you I'm using the number 1 guard with the lever starting all the way open, and since my sides are pretty short, I'm actually going to end up closing the lever all the way closed and blending in with the 1 guard. That way when I switch to the half guard right now, it just makes it easier to blend out. You guys can see here in just a moment, as I'm blending with this half guard, when I turn my head to the side, that me going lower and closing the 1 guard lower, it helped to blend out easier when I use this half guard, as you can see. And remember to continue to brush the hair down. Right here, I'm just letting you guys know that I'm just going to be using the corner of the blade to blend out. And little by little, I will be adjusting the lever almost to the closed position, specifically when I get to the back, as the hair is a little more dense, just so I can make sure that it's blending properly and it's even. Right here I have the 1.5 guard. Gonna go ahead and close the lever just a little bit and clean up mainly all that bulk right there, so the darkest part of the hair. I'm not digging into the cut. As you can see, I'm doing more of like a scooping motion, so I'm just scooping at the hair, not going too high, just getting a lot of those dark hairs, a lot of the bulk that's right there. As you guys can tell, the process is very repetitive. Now I'm going back to the one guard and I'm gonna lower the level of the lever just a little bit and continue to blend at that 1.5. You know, sometimes with people with lighter complected hair, you won't have to do as many steps that I'm doing, but since my hair is quite dark, as you can see, and it's just a little more work for me to blend is all. So that's why I'm taking these extra steps and kind of repeating the process once again with the 1.5 guard, the one guard, going to the half guard, and so on. So now that we're pretty much done with the other side, I'm going to go ahead and work on the side that I haven't touched yet. And we're going to start with the one guard, closing the lever just a little bit, most likely a little more in the back. As I said earlier, it's a little more dense in the back with my hair. And now we're going to work it with the half guard, lever all the way open, and we're going to blend out that number one guard that we just did. With this step right here, now I have no guard on, the lever's all the way open, and I'm just using the corner of the blade to blend out that half guard that I just used. And now it's time to cut down some bulk, the darkest part of my hair. So with this 1.5 guard, I have the lever all the way open, and once again I'm doing a scooping motion, not digging into the cut, and I'm just trimming down a lot of this bulk, a lot of the darker part of the hair. But remember, I'm not going too high. That's what I have this number 2 for. This side of my head, I had a lot more bulk than the other side, most likely because I part my hair, so that's where my hair sits at most of the time. But just in case I did forget to mention, the number 2 guard, the lever was all the way open. Now I did want to trim down the top of my hair, so I grabbed the number 5 guard with the lever all the way open, and I'm just going to go ahead and run that all the way back straight, and then I'm going to go different angles, side to side, back and forth, just so I can ensure that I am getting all that hair and not leaving any bulk left behind. Don't forget throughout this process to brush your hair down or however it naturally lays. That way you can get all that hair out and go back over it once again, just so you can make sure that it's nice and even all the way around. And just in case you guys were wondering, that's how much I took off the top. So it was quite a bit, not gonna lie, but definitely you can see a difference now on the top. Here I have my Andy's Slimline Pros, and I'm just gonna go ahead with the corner of the blade and kind of try to erase the very bottom of the line. Just showing you guys here that I part my hair quite a bit. That's pretty much how I do my hair all the time. So the hair for the lineup, it's curling up on its own. So throughout this process, after I'm done lining it up, I'll go straight back and just brush it right down again, just so I can make sure that I'm getting all these baby hairs. This part is probably one of the most important parts of the cut, just so I can make sure that the lineup is nice and crispy. And with the scissors, I'm just trimming all these like staticky looking hairs so I can get a nice and clean finish. If you guys are looking for some nice trimmers, these Andes T-clippers are very sharp right out the box, and they always do a nice and crispy job. Right here, I went ahead and put some shave gel on my head, and I'm gonna go ahead and line everything up. When I do my facial hair, you guys will see which shave gel I use, but you can go on Amazon, even Walmart, and pick up pretty much any type of shave gel. Don't forget, whatever part you are using a straight razor with, remember to stretch the skin, pull it down, and that just ensures that you do not cut yourself, and also helps you to get a nice crispy lineup. When it comes to my facial hair, I'm just going to do a nice little cleanup, kind of just like fade it out, starting off with no guard on, and the lever is all the way closed, and I'm just going to pretty much fade it in, kind of how I would my hair. You will see that I am pulling down on my cheek. That just helps me to get all those little hairs that might be tricky to grab with the clipper, and for me it just helps me to blend the hair out better. When it comes to the neck, that's a very sensitive area, so you can actually cut it pretty easily. So I am pulling down on that so I can get all those little hairs that are right there. And now with the Bronze Series 9, I'm just going to clean everything up so it looks nice and fresh underneath. I do like to keep my mustache area pretty thin, so with my Andy Slimline Pros, I'm just going to clean right underneath, right above the lip area. And this is actually the shave gel I use. I got it at Walmart. It's not expensive, it's just a couple dollars, but it definitely helps to prevent razor bumps after I'm done shaving. When it comes to shaving my cheeks right here, just lining it up, I like to make a little bubble with my cheeks, and it really helps me to get those hairs. I want to go ahead and thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, maybe share if you could, and I'll see you guys very soon on the next video. Peace.